Good afternoon. My name is James Williams, and I decided to do my midterm infographic based on the no permit gun laws in Texas. I don't know if you remember, but back in February, we had to do a current events, and I decided to do mine based on the 7-year-old girl that was shot and killed on Valentine's Day on her parents' way to go get some dinner, for Valentine's. And she was shot and killed by a man that was robbed, and he assumed that the person that robbed him hopped in that van. So, and actually the week before that, we talked about another 7-year-old girl that died at a gas station, for people being, careless with their guns. So I feel like with a no permit gun law in Texas, just the crimes and the increase of shootings will just continue to increase because of that. It's Texas. We already know what Texas stands for. We know that Texas is a gun state, but to give people a chance to own a gun without a permit is just ridiculous, if you ask me. It's September 1st, 2021, Governor Greg Abbott signed a House Bill 1927, which he refers to as the constitutional carry. So that means that you don't have to have a permit anymore. You don't have to have any type of training. So you don't have to have no written exam, no shooting proficiency test, none of that. You don't have to be fingerprinted anymore to own a gun. All you have to do is be 21 years up or older. Now, with this bill, there was a higher chance of people disagreeing with it compared to the people that agreed with it. So it was a 34% chance that people said, hey, we prefer that people with guns have permits, compared to 6% that only said, nah, we like it as it is, we like the constitutional carry law, we think that it's safer for us. But you have 34% of your voters telling you that this isn't what's up, basically, yet the bill was still passed. Another thing it talked about is law enforcement. Law enforcement has to deal with the increase of their life being in danger. And some of the concerns are the increase of gun violence threat when approaching a civilian, the lack of training, the increase of mentally unfit gun handlers, the increase of danger when on duty, which is very understandable. To know that you have to stop someone and know that in the state of Texas that nobody has to have a gun law to carry no more, it kind of puts another like state of fear in you, trying to do your job and knowing that at any day somebody can pull a gun out on you, So if we go over here, we can talk about how the mass shooting in Texas has increased since 2018. So since 2018, mass shooting has went up, it has skyrocketed. So you telling me that if you're allowing a state that's already dealing with an increase in mass shooting to go and have people go out and buy guns with no permits, that it will stop increasing? I don't think that's logically, that's very logical if you ask me. If you're going to a state that used to have permits, now people having no permits, which means that it will lead to people buying more guns, that the mass shooting will decrease. No, I would feel like it will still have an increase. It will still continue to rise as long as people can purchase a gun without a permit. In 2021, shootings in Texas, not including suicides, was 3,200, which was a 14% increase compared to 2,800 in 2020. So within a year alone, you have seen what? 400 more shooting incidents in just 1 year alone? Now, right here, I decided to compare states with each other in Texas. So in 2019, Texas was ranked the highest in death by violence. So that doesn't mean just a gun. That could have been a gun, any form of weapon, your hands, anything that was a violent act, okay? Car, anything of that nature. No matter what you use, and you used it violently, Texas was ranked the highest. Now, you give a state that already ranked the highest a no permit law, I feel like that just increases our chances of staying at number one. Now over here, these are gun-related death rates. So, as you can see, we got Alaska, which is the highest, Mississippi, Wyoming, New Mexico, and Alabama. Now, out of these states, Alaska, Mississippi, and Wyoming are open carry states. So the top 3 states with gun-related deaths are open carry. So you telling me that you give a state that's already number 1 in death by violence, and then give them no permit, that the gun-related death rate, that we won't be on top of this anytime soon? I feel like that's another illogical thing to think about. Because knowing that we're already number 1 in death by violence, and then you give us no permit gun law, I can see us ending up on here sometime soon. Texas is a big state. A lot of people already toting guns anyway, then you let them tote guns just to tote them, the chances of somebody dying is higher. So that's why I did my infographic on, just to talk about it, and yeah. It is what it is. I have to get back to class soon. That was the bell, so appreciate the time, and thank you for letting me do this.